What's up? I'm back on this YouTube channel for right now. But first, I want to start off by introducing myself. My name is Votu, also known as Votu King Easy. I'm an 18-year-old underground artist. I'm from Utah. I was actually born in Salt Lake, but now I live in Price, Utah. I started off making music around March of 2020 when my school shut down because of COVID. I've been making music for a really long time, around like 4 years now, coming on to my 5th. And I really like what I do. I love making music. I love making content. I actually just dropped a song called Play on the Moon. That's actually doing really great, and that's actually going to be involved in the story today. Now, I really don't know how I'm going to really tell this story. I don't know if I'm going to go full in depth. I don't know if I'm going to go tell the whole thing in one, or I'm going to just split it into pieces. I don't know what I'm going to do quite yet. But today, I'm just going to give you like the gist of it, of what happened, and just to kind of warn you guys. For the underground artists of Salt Lake City, whoever is going independent, just a little warning. Please just stay independent. Don't listen to anybody else. You're doing perfectly fine what you're doing right now alone, and I've watched countless and countless amazing artists just do amazing things. I am actually inspired about these artists. There's Junior Cruz, there's Dr. Dose, there's our little young Archie. There's all these niggas that I love out here, and I really do appreciate all of y'all for helping me. And not even to mention about Lake God, an underground artist in Salt Lake City who is well known from making music back in 2020, from what I have found. Lakewood had actually worked with me back in July of 2023, around the same time I got into a really bad car crash, and I was actually starting to build up my career from there. Lakewood actually helped me a few times. There was actually this one time he actually took me to the studio to record one of my underground songs, but that's just going to be mentioned here in a little bit in the future. He runs this underground collective and label called 4TERNITY, where he has this friend named Take Crew who built it up with him. He started off his career dancing to Dougie around like 2009 to 2010, and now he has like 30k followers on Instagram. He then sends me a message on Instagram asking how serious I take my career and how serious I take the music business, and I sent him a full length about how I dropped out of school around my sophomore to junior year just to make music. Like, that's all I do right now is make music. I've written like at least 30 songs working with this guy. He then mentioned an opportunity to be signed to a label, which wasn't really named during this conversation, but we'll get into that a little bit later. I kind of agreed. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of agreed, and I wasn't really thinking about it too much until I got a whole bunch of messages and a whole bunch of people letting me know not to work with this guy just because they know him. Around this point, I then realized that this guy's actually pretty known in Salt Lake City, but he has a really bad reputation, and I really didn't really want to work with him. And I think around in August, Lake God took me to the Counterpoint Studios in Salt Lake City, where this guy worked with huge artists like Snoop Dogg and Post Malone and even Youngboy. But the studio session wasn't really successful just because Lake God didn't really like the way the song was going. I actually strictly remember him wanting to change the chorus after we left the studio just because he didn't like the way I was using the word damn, I guess. But around then, I didn't really think about it until he told me that I couldn't really work with any of the people that I really want to work with for free, as if I was being paid to even work with him regardless. And to be honest, I really didn't think anything of it because I kind of just started just making the music. I wasn't really releasing anything from July to around like February of this year. It took me around like 6 to 7 months to even drop Play on the Moon, and I'll talk about why here in a little bit. But I remember this one time he took me to a hotel in Salt Lake City to watch him and Take Crew record his tape for a studio session because they told me they were being signed to another label. Around this point, I realized that they used to be signed to Island Records, and I asked them about it, and they said that they were no longer signed with them. I'm not even gonna lie, it took about like 5 hours into this hotel until I actually eventually got to record my own song, which ended up being scrapped. I'm gonna record that whole song just because I didn't like the way it was feeling. Like, I wasn't really feeling in the zone. I wasn't really fucking with it. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I kind of felt rushed into that studio session. Like, it felt like Take Crew really had some more important things to do than help me produce a song that we all kind of took credit for, but ended up being scrapped. So after I left the hotel, I haven't even seen Lake God personally since then. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, this was around August, I think. August is September, where I was in Salt Lake, and I really haven't seen Lake God in person since. Like, we've only talked over the phone, we've only texted, and that was about it. Here and then he would eventually call me and stuff, saying that, oh, the record label is gonna give you this much money, or oh, the record label has a deal for you. You're gonna be going to No Jumper, you're gonna be going to open mic studios, you're gonna be going to do this, you're gonna be doing freestyles, you're gonna be doing that. He's just filling this whole thing up, and it really eventually just felt like lies. And I think that October of 2023 was around the same time I recorded Play on the Moon, and I posted on my TikTok, and it did amazing numbers. It hit like around 30k within like a few weeks. It did amazing. I knew it was gonna do amazing just because I worked so hard on the song. And not to mention, this is around the time that Lake God told me that I couldn't work with anybody, no producers, no artists, no like I couldn't work with any of my friends because he just wouldn't let me. He told me that the deal would be just gone if I worked with anybody with no money, and that I wouldn't even have a deal with him, and then that he would drop me. And then this just kind of scared me. I thought that it would just tarnish my career if I worked with any of my friends, which was completely false. I just don't know why I let that get to me, and I did, and I kind of let myself down putting that in my head, I feel like. But when I recorded this song, I sent it to Lake God, and I just didn't say anything, and it took him like at least 4 days to even respond. And then he told me he loved the song. He's like, "Oh my God, how did you record this song? What did you do? Blah blah blah. This is amazing. This is the stuff we need for the label." And I knew it was gonna do amazing. I knew it was gonna do amazing numbers. So I'm like, yeah, I know, nigga. Yeah, I know. He told me he was trying to change my chorus for my other song, and he was trying to even eventually change my name for my voting name. He didn't like my voting name. He didn't know what it meant, so he thought it was too cluttered up. He didn't like the voting King Easy name. He wanted to change that. He wanted to change this. He wanted to change that. He almost wanted to change my whole career style, and I really didn't like it. And that's eventually why I ended up leaving him around like this year. It took me like 6 months to even eventually leave him, just because he told me that Play on the Moon was going to even do bigger numbers, and this is where it starts to get really busy and really hectic. Around then, he told me that he wanted me to be in the studio with him more often so we can record more songs like this, and I was actually down for it. I actually written around like 30 to 40 freaking songs just to record with him. Just for him to like basically ghost me and basically not make any plans with me. I ended up recording a lot of these songs by myself with my studio or with my homie Leland. Like, I went to Leland Cotto's house a lot of the time while I was in Salt Lake just to bump music, just to learn how to mix, just to learn how to DJ. I learned a lot of stuff from Gage, and I love you, nigga, and I miss you so much. I hope you're doing better in Texas, bro. After I showed him Play on the Moon, I told him that this is the song that I wanted to be the debut single for. Like, I wanted this to be the first single for my comeback after fucking 4 months of not dropping just for his say. And this was gonna blow up. He then agreed with me. He said, okay, we're gonna make this into a single, but he wanted a budget to promote the song. This is where it gets fucking crazy. He first said he wanted around like $1,000 just to promote the song. Then it changed to $2,000, then to $3,000. So after my car crash in July, I actually ended up getting a job at the hospital that I ended up being transported to. I'm actually really grateful for that job. I actually love it, and I actually get paid bucks, nigga. I've been working at this job for about like 8 to 9 months, almost to a year. I've been working at this job, and if you really think about it, half of the time that I've been working at this job, most of the fucking money that I've earned from working at this job has went to Lake God just because he wanted to promote the song. I sent him around $100 to $200 to $500, around to $800 in one piece. This is really stupid of me, I know, but I did it trusting this guy. Not even to mention all of the news articles that I found of him, just of him being a verified artist and him having news, being into podcasts, being into radio stations, doing this, doing that. Like, his name is literally all over the news from 2020. Not recently, from 2020. And that was his verification, and I believed it. Whoops. Like, he did amazing songs like Rose Park and other songs that I really don't know, but I seen that he did good of them. He has his one song with his one big ass artist that I don't know. It's on World Star and it hit or 500k views if I'm not mistaken. I don't know, but I know that it was big enough to convince me that this was actually gonna be a good pathway for my career, and it really wasn't. I keep on sending him money after money after money, paycheck after paycheck after paycheck, eventually to the point where I couldn't even send him fucking money anymore. I ended up being broke from sending him money. He got mad when I couldn't send him any more money. He's like, bro, this is gonna tarnish the record label, this is gonna tarnish the deal, you're not gonna have a deal, blah blah blah, you need to send money this Friday. I'm like, nigga, I don't have any more money no more. He told me I couldn't go to shows anymore. He told me I couldn't perform no more. He told me I couldn't work with my favorite people, my friends, my favorite producers, until I made Play on the Moon. He said I could work with that one producer. He said I couldn't even use the music that I make at my home studio just because it sucks so bad, just because it wasn't his studio. His words, literally, not mine. Then eventually it's just December, and I realize I'm not dropping any music. I'm not putting my name out there anymore. I'm not doing TikToks. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing anything anymore. Anything that I love to do is gone just because I'm trying to work with this guy that's not even showing me promotions. He actually literally said that he would promote me on his story on his Instagram page, the 30k Instagram page that he has. He said he would promote me with it. He's only posting me one time. And that was my post being posted on the story. Any other time that I wanted him to promote Play on the Moon, when I had the Cartoon Network snippet, or me singing in my kitchen snippet, or this snippet, for playing, all my snippets were worked hard for, and they actually did dumb numbers. And every time I had him promote that, he said, "Oh, I'll promote it. I'll get to it later." Or, "No, I don't like this video." Or this or that. He'd make any excuse not to promote the video. So when it came to January of this year, I kind of just got fed up with it. I wasn't really trusting this nigga anymore. I really deadass just stopped sending him money. Like, I stopped sending him money. I made any excuse in my head to the point where I just told him, "I'm done sending you money." I ghosted him so many times. I gave him the same medicine that he gave me so many times. Like, I just stopped talking to him. I started making my own music. I started making my own videos. I started doing my own thing. And then eventually, out of nowhere, he just calls me over and over again. Even after I decline his shit, he calls me over and over again to the point where I answer. And I come to my studio and I just answer him. I was like, "What do you need?" And he started saying some stuff about how the record label, which is, by the way, is supposed to be, he then tells me it's supposed to be his record label, the 4TERNITY record label, that's getting ready to be distributed with Universal Records. At first, he said that it was going to be Universal Records signing us, but now it's distributed with Universal Records. So he's already lied to me a million times. Again, I might put in a series, and this might be a quick video and all, but it's just a lot to even fucking explain. Like, I'm sitting in my studio. This is like 4 hours of recording this just because I don't know how to explain this story without getting mad, really. He tells me that the record label ended up calling him and saying that I have $2 million on my name and that they're ready for me to sign. So I told him, okay. I said, okay, whatever. He started talking about how they're ready to sign me with $3 million to my name and $2 million to my name, whatever number he fucking used to say that they're trying to sign me. He said that they're ready to sign me with it. And I said, okay, what do we need to do? I was trying to hear the next excuse that he has for me, for us to do, for us to even get moving forward anywhere, because we were still in the same situation of me just giving him money and just not moving. We're like this. We're just sitting here. We're not moving forward, and we're just basically moving backwards. I've watched all of my friends in Salt Lake do shows, make music, drop music, do this, do music videos, work together, and I love it. And I'm so mad at myself for not even putting me out there more, just because I let Lake God tell me otherwise. It really pisses me off, and I really let myself down. And that's where I came to an end. When he, on that same phone call, he told me that I had $2 million to my name and that they're ready to sign me to this label. He asked me for a tape that I'm actually getting ready to make. This is the tape that I was talking about earlier. He asked me for a tape. It can be like a 7 or 8 track tape. I told him, okay, yeah, I have a whole bunch of songs that I can throw into a little tape real quick. I have, like, again, 30 to 40 songs that are written into my notebook that I'm getting ready to actually make into albums, tapes, whatever the fuck. And then this is when he asked me, okay, let me hear the tape name. I want to hear the tape name. What is it going to be called? I told him the name of the tape, and then he eventually just started laughing at me about it. The name of the tape is going to be Chocolate Bandit. It's actually being made right now. It's actually almost done being made. I'm going to be dropping this tape near the summertime of 2024. He laughed at the tape name because he said that nobody would take me serious just because it's called Chocolate Bandit. And I have a huge story about why it's named Chocolate Bandit, and I may tell you guys the story, I may not. It may be in the future, it may be right now, I don't know. I actually have a little trailer that's actually being made right now that's actually going to tell a little bit about the story about why it's named Chocolate Bandit. But that didn't matter to Lake God. It didn't make him smile. It just made him laugh and giggle and whatever the fuck. And he was telling me how stupid that name was and how nobody was going to take me serious. And I just sat there like this. I sat there like this, in the same fucking chair too. I sat there like this, just listening to fucking talk shit about my tape that he asked for. Keep in mind that he asked for. And then he said, why can't it be Chocolate Wafer or some other name? I'm like, dude, that's already a fucking artist. I don't even know what you're talking about. He's like, well, I just think that name is not gonna be doing numbers. I don't think they're gonna like it, and then they're just gonna take the record label away from you. Every time, and let me tell you something, every single fucking time that I have something that I wanted to do for my record label, He just says that the record label is gonna take my career away and that it's just gonna be the end of it. This is when I get fucking pissed, for real. Cause I'm sitting here listening to him talk shit, and I told him the story. I was like, this is why his name talking about it. I told him the whole fucking story, and he's like, that's cool and all, but it can't be from a high school prank. I'm like, nigga, it wasn't just some high school prank. I actually did fucking charges for this shit. Some fucking high school prank. I actually did charges from this shit, and I was actually defending somebody during this shit, and it's gonna be in a story. It's gonna be in the story. It's gonna be in the album. He's like, no, bro, it's not gonna be in the album. Like, and I started talking over him, like, no, we're not doing this, and we started fighting about it. He's like, look, just think about it, and then let me know if you come up with a new name. I said, alright. That was literally the last fucking time I got into a fucking conversation over the phone with him. He sent me text messages. I ghosted him. I have a shit ton of text messages just from him, just because I wouldn't answer his shit. And then I got to the point where he's like, dude, do you even take this shit seriously? I'm like, dude, don't even say that shit to me. Because I sent you so much money to the point where I'm fucking broke. I just barely moved into a little apartment. Good for me. Like, I'm so lucky I actually moved into this apartment. That's how broke I am. When he called me or texted me, whatever the fuck, I was at work. I was working my ass off. I was at work when he called me. I said, bro, I can't call right now. What do you want? He's like, dude, I need money for the budget. I'm like, dude, I'm up to the point where I sent him $3,000. I sent him $3,000, 3 racks. I'm like, dude, I've sent you enough money, make it work. He's like, nah, bro, it needs to be more. The label. Holy fuck, the label. Is the label even fucking real? At this point, I'm at the point where I don't even know if this label is even fucking real anymore. So that same conversation that he was texting me about, I told him, dude, where is my money? Nothing more, nothing less. I didn't say anything extra. I just said, where is my money? Send. He said, are you for real, bro? Nah, where is my money? Send. I have it, bro. Oh, I have it. Oh, I have it. I promise I have it. It's just with the label. Nah, I want to see where my money is when I send it to you through Venmo. I have the fucking screenshots. I'll put it in here. I have the screenshots. I want to see my money. And if I see it, if I see where it calculates, because it calculates to around 200 or 2,500. It calculates to around $2,000 to $500. I want to see that match up right now. And then he sends me some screenshot of like some bank account. I don't know what it is. I'm like, dude, that could be fucking anything. That could be anything. You're gonna go to Venmo, and you're gonna go to all your real accounts, and you're gonna send me real screenshots before I really get angry, and before we start saying some shit that we might not want to say. And he's like, bro, I don't got anything to prove to you. And this is when he sent me a screenshot about the bank account. He sent me screenshots about other artists that he's working with, which, by the way, this is why the whole reason why I'm making this video. He sent me screenshots about the other artists that he's working with, about the other artists he's potentially taking money from. And he thinks that this is more proof. I've already seen this shit July 2023. So this is where I get tired, where I'm like, dude, you show me my money right now, or else I'm not sending you a fucking dime. I'm not sending you a dime. I'm not sending you a nickel. I'm not sending you a penny. You're not getting shit. You're not getting Bitcoin. You're not getting none of it. You show me the money, then we can work. That's the last time I stopped talking to him. Then I got to the point where eventually I had to ask him for my money back just because I thought I lost my job. I wasn't making money for a whole week because I just stopped going to work and I wasn't able to work. So I asked him, dude, I might actually need this money back. Keep in mind, before we even made the okay that I was gonna sign to his record label, he told me word for fucking word. He said, I give you my word. If anything messes up, if anything happens, I will send you all my money back. This is the whole reason why I am asking to see my money, because he told me that he was saving it to promote Play on the Moon. He told me word for word that he will give me my money back. I was in this phone call with me, my mom, and him. I think he might fucking say that that's not true. He might, I don't know. But that is exactly what you said. We had a video, we don't have it anymore, but that is exactly what he said. I told him, dude, I need my money back because I think I lost my job. I haven't been working for a week. I think I lost my job. I need my money back. It's over. I can't do it no more. And he's like, and then he says, it's too late. Fuck you mean it's too late? What does that mean that it is too late for you to send me back my money that you've been holding for me? He said, it's too late. It's already back. It's already to the label. It's already to distribute for Play on the Moon. I'm like, then why in the fuck did you ask me for more money just last week if it was too late? What? Make that shit make sense. And then eventually I just asked him, dude, is this shit even fucking true? Basically, that's what I said. Because I'm overthinking this trust I have with him. Because he's only promoted me once. I've only been at the studio with him 2 times, which was unsuccessful songs. I scrapped these fucking songs. I'm remaking these songs. 2 unsuccessful songs, and him promoting me once. This shit is not going anywhere. So I'm asking him, bro, what did you fucking do with my money? I am so serious, right? I'm so serious right now. And he said, it's too late, I can't give it to you. I'm like, dude, you better send me my money right now, or else I'm never talking to you again, and this is the end of it. I swear to shit, I'm never talking to you again. And then he goes on to this whole entire rant about how we've come so far, 6 months come so far, nigga, I've came so far. Fuck, I've came so far by myself. The past 6 months, I haven't been doing shit but recording by myself. Come so far, the fuck? He said, we come so far just for you to back out. Bro, Tay Crew already left. He was telling me about how his friend Tay Crew that he made the label with, this nigga already left just for something that he probably did. Dude, his homie Tay Crew left him. He said, bro, this is all we got. Bro, we gotta show you niggas up. Bro, no. I need my money now, or else we're not working. I need my money now, or else we're not working. That's what I said. And then he sends me all these screenshots. I'm playing my game at this point. I play my game. I mute his ass. I said, you send me my money now, or else we're done. I mute him. I'm playing my game with my cousin. And then I look back, dude, 30 fucking messages from one individual. Never seen it in my life. Sent me 30 messages within 30 minutes. No, sent me 30 messages within 20 to 15 minutes of me playing this game. 30 messages, bro. That's crazy. That's actually insane. So after the fact, I don't know what the fuck I was thinking and why I didn't do this. But after the fact, before I did my research, I was researching into 4TERNITY. Well, I was researching into Late God. Now I'm researching into 4TERNITY. After all this thing, I already know a little bit what I know about Late God, but now I'm looking into 4TERNITY. Guess what the fuck I find? So I'm looking into this. This is just showing blogs about him, blogs about their music, how they got their music video. Dude, they were really successful. I am not fucking around. All the shit I've been talking, nah, they were really successful, and this is the shit that they're doing with it. Keep that in mind. Back in 2020, 2021, whatever, I don't know what happened, I don't know why they stopped, but they were really doing what they were doing. So it's showing their blogs, it's showing their success, it's showing all this, but there is this one article that gets my eye the fucking shit. I was like, whoa, holy, why didn't I not look into this earlier is what I was telling myself, bro. It said, there was this one Reddit article from about 2 years ago that specifically, I don't know, I will read this shit to you. Hold the fuck on. Right here. Okay, so here's the Reddit article called, it's his name, 4TERNITY Scam. Why the fuck did I not think about that? The person presumably from the music group 4TERNITY contacted me from a verified account. Me being non-wise and willingly paid him for 5 PS5s through Zelle. The mistake they made is I paid them from a fraternity on a Snapchat person. Do not contact this group. They have scammed me and many on Instagram, Snapchat, and Facebook. This was from 3 to 2 years ago. When I looked into it, it was from 2 years ago. This happened around 3 years ago, around now. Of them scamming for 5 PS5s in Zelle. I think that they probably blocked him. Eventually, it says that they blocked him. Hold on. I was also scammed by Legal because I thought he had a 3070 for sale. He since blocked me. Yeah, he blocked him. He blocks him after scamming him. The only difference between this time is when I asked him for my money back and he started making a whole bunch of excuses. 30 messages worth of excuses. I blocked his ass. He started his last message. I can read you his last message too, dude. I can show you his last message. His last message says, "Do it like this. It's gonna make shit even harder for you, dude." Tell me that doesn't sound like a fucking threat. The amount of threats that I have, I am scrolling through this shit right now. Holy fuck, he is crazy. He is narcissistic. He is crazy, and a scammer. And I'm not making this music. I'm not making this video for my money. I want to make that so clear. I even told them, dude, I don't even expect you to even have my money. I can make more money. I can make $2,000 again from the job that I have. And I have done it before again. I don't give a fuck about that money. It's the fact that he lied to me about him wanting to boost my career. I wanted to boost other niggas' career. Dude, that is something that I've been trying to do for a really long time with my 801 Club. I want to expand people for making music who are just starting or whatever the case may be. I've been wanting to do that, and he's going around doing it, but just taking the money and disappearing in the shadows. Dude, I'm not going to say who, but I talked to somebody that actually worked with Lake God, and basically what he told me is he just gets what he wants and disappears in the shadows. Literally that's what he said. So it's not even, I'm not making this video about the money at all. It's just the fact that he sent me the screenshots of him working with other artists that are potentially getting money taken from him right now. That is the reason why I'm making this video. I don't want anybody in Salt Lake City, from St. George to wherever in Utah or in California, wherever, New York. He's been to so many places. This is verified. But he's not coming through with the promises that he's making. So please, if you are an underground artist in Salt Lake City, anywhere, and you get a message from anybody, specifically from Lake God, but also anybody else that may seem shady, or you just don't feel comfortable at all, please trust your gut, because it took me around 6 to 7 to 8 months to even come out of that comfortability, to even be like, wow, bro, I really failed and let my shit down just to get fucked over, and this was 1000% my fault. But on the other hand, we didn't expect a 30-year-old man to go out here to be scamming kids. And now that I know what they mean by the industry isn't what it seems to be, because I had people telling me not to go through with this shit, given the fact that I've never even signed a contract, not even seen a contract at all. And him wanting to promote Play on the Moon with his money with no contract, it didn't even make sense at all either. The same time of this conversation, when we started fighting, I blocked him. The same time that I blocked him, bro, day after, I dropped Play on the Moon, and it did dumb numbers on TikTok, on SoundCloud, on Spotify. It's sitting on 1,000 plays on Spotify currently right now, and it did way better. As long as it was held off, it did way better right now than whatever that nigga was supposed to do 6 to 7 months ago. It did way better right now. Tell me what's up. Tell me what's up. I promise you, I'm not making this. The reason why I'm making this video is to tell the artists that are working right now their asses off, that are working hard, trust your gut. Don't trust anybody that's trying to change you, that's trying to change your perspective of the art that you're trying to push out. Don't trust nobody that's just trying to change it, because it's not gonna make you feel good. It makes you feel like you let yourself down for real. Like he restricted me going to shows. He got mad at me every time I performed a show. He was just a really tense guy just for no fucking reason, and I really didn't feel comfortable around him managing me. So really, to end it off straight, Lake God and Fraternity, I don't know Tay Crew. I really don't know Tay Crew. I can't speak on Tay Crew. I've only had one encounter with Tay Crew, and that's when he didn't really value my time, and then he acted like I didn't value his. So that's just the only one time. I don't know Tay Crew. I can't talk about Tay Crew, but Lake God, I wouldn't trust Lake God. I wouldn't trust the name Fraternity at all. I really wouldn't. And if you guys really want to show some love and show some support Play on the Moon is out right now. The song that was restricted from being released for about a really long time, when it really shouldn't have been released. The end of 2023. It was supposed to be released a long time ago. If you really want to show the love and support, please go stream Play on the Moon right now. It's going to be in the link in the description. I actually have Chocolate Bandit coming out right now. It's actually going to be coming out here in the summertime, around like June or July. I don't know yet. I only have like 3 more songs to even record, and it can be out. That easy. Keep in mind, the nigga that laughed at this shit, he's going to be seeing this shit go around all over the place, and he's going to be like, wow, what the fuck. Chocolate Bandit, the name that I laughed at, is getting way more plays. And I could have been behind managing the shit. It's just crazy. Trust yourself. Trust your mind. Trust your gut. Do not... Constructive criticism is one thing, but it is way different when they're just bagging on the whole idea. I guess is what I can say. I don't really know how to explain it, but that's just the only way I can explain it and put it into words. It wasn't fair, and it honestly was my fault, but I'm making this video to tell you the people that I'm actually here now. I have a show coming out in April. I'm going to be performing in Salt Lake City on April 14th with Storm Tour. Shout out to Levo. Thank you for putting me up with the show. I have a whole bunch of stuff being made, being ready to be released. I have a whole new brand, and this is kind of like the rebirth. And I'm kind of glad that I really got the story out to really share it and to warn the people, to warn the artists that are really trying to take this shit seriously. Because when he asked me if I took it seriously, I really don't think he took it as serious as I'm taking it right now. I dropped school for this shit. I'm going to make it, and I really don't care what nobody says. So if you really want to go show the support, go stream Play on the Moon out right now on Spotify, anywhere you listen to music. Go show that love and go show that support. Share the song, share this video to your friend that is making music, to your I want it to spread throughout Utah to make sure that this never happens to anybody else again, because it sounds like it's currently happening again. Thank you for your time, and thank you for listening to this story. Thank you to Junior. Thank you to Leland. Thank you to Organic Studios. Thank you to everybody who's actually been giving me closure for the situation I've been going through. Thank you to Jeezy's for real personal closure that I've been getting from these guys has been really helpful and amazing, and it's really been on my I've really been on my time and on my grind, and I cannot wait to show you the things that I've been building up since. So thank you guys. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys later. Peace. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you guys really want to go show love, please go stream Play on the Moon out anywhere you listen to music. Shout out to Valid CG for having me out on his podcast. That should be coming up real soon. More information for Storm Tour in the link in bio. Also follow me on Instagram for more news like this. Thank you for watching.